It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play action, Ryan. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 48, Mike 48. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Play action. It's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Goff on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On 1st down, Goff. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, Patterson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Space. 25 to Mike. We're going 25.
Ryan. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. Now Ryan. This is going to be caught. It's John Brown. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. Here we go on 4th. Goff. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run on first down. It's Patterson, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They run the counter. Patterson And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Now, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion. And now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They go play action now. Ryan.
Right back to Pitts again.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
3 down.
Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Goff, a handoff here to Swift.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Goff again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. To throw is Goff. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Going up top for Miller. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
On second down now, it's Patterson, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And that's complete to Brown. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They go play action with Ryan. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Patterson on the carry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check 13. Check 13. Hey, express.
Now it's Ryan.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Will Harris. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
45. Super. Check.
After the interception, here's Goff.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now Goff on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
John Kaminsky.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. After the sack on 1st down, Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
22. Target.
Now it's Ryan.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Flushed out right. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ballgame.
And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, there'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Ryan. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw here on target to Hurst.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence. And
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Falcons open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Play action. It's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Copeland drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. He returns the punt 61 yards.